Hey Clashers, I'm getting paid to be right now in the Mega Zoltan clan, and I get a lot of questions about how much money do you make being in the clan, how much money do you make playing the clan war league with them, and so many questions like that. And because I'm a super big fan of transparency, I always share such numbers. If you're doing clan war league deals, if I'm doing pushing deals, any type of that, I always do a video about that, covering that, explaining everything, and sharing as well my numbers. I double check with Zoltan if that is okay to share. He said he has no problem with that. So let's dive into everything about what I'm making right now and how this entire system works. And for that, we should talk about two things first. The first point is if anything like this is against the terms of service of Supercell. And the second point is, where is the money coming from? Why is someone paying some players such a crazy amount of money of just being in their clan? What's the purpose? But let's start things off with the first point. Actually, nothing of this is against the terms of service, which means if you're in a specific clan or being paid for that, that is completely fine. I'm always double checking such things with Supercell before doing those or promoting those, like in this video. Something which would be against the terms of service is pushing the account of some other players, for example, or buying accounts, or another thing is win trading, which means performing better or worse versus specific players. All of those things on the other side would be against the terms of service. As well, let's now dive into why exactly some people are paying this amount of money. The reason for this at the end of the day for most players is promotion of their name or promotion of, for example, tournaments. This has been the case in the past already where people were trying to promote their tournament, but most of the time it's just to promote a certain name. I think the most popular example, which might be not the most positive one, but hey, it's still an example, is like Stephanie and Muitaba in the past, where everyone knew their name, and that was just because they were paying others to use the name or be in their clans. So that is the final goal most of the time. But now let's dive into those specific deals to see how much money I make with all of them. Let's start things off with the Clan War League, because I'm right now covering a lot with the Clan War League, the clan and everything. And first off, there's always a big difference between the numbers I will tell you and what most players will get. Let's be clear here. People are getting paid for their reach, for their name, and, well, then in the end as well, the trophies or something which is in-game, which is as well performance-based. So typically, if you're looking for a Clan War League deal, I think maybe like $10 or something for like 21 stars or something is already pretty solid, maybe 15, but not many clans are doing them, so it's really hard to get any of them. I will talk about more how you can get such deals later on in the video. But for now, $10 to $15 is typically what you can expect there if you're lucky enough to get a Clan War League deal. And if you're getting paid more, I think that's quite nice. As well, the next thing is, I'm getting paid right now $100 for all 3 accounts, and this is not performance based, which means I could do really shitty, but I'm still getting paid. The question is if they would ask me next season again, but that's a different topic. So overall $100. I will be honest as well, if they are considering asking me again for the next season, which is likely, I will ask for more. The main reason here is not because of I think my performance is such great. No, it's again about the promotion of the name of the brand in some or the other way, which means I'm doing a lot of videos on those Clan War League seasons, which means for them this is insane promotion. So I will be honest here, $100 was for this season. I would probably ask for a little bit more in the next one. But as always, if you're interested in this, let me know in the comments. I will give you an update because, as I said, I will just share those numbers, no problem. And as well, Zoltan has no problem if I share those either. So yeah, if you're interested in those, let's just do it. Let's keep going though with the next deal. The next deal is one of the most common ones, which is called the stay deal. This is pretty much where you're staying in a specific clan and you're getting paid for that over the entire length of the Legend season. The reason why this is a thing and why people are doing so is again to boost the performance of their clan, because if you're higher up in Legends, you have more trophies, and if you're joining a clan, those trophies are then getting added up to the trophies of the clan overall. Broken down. It's a bit more complex, but that's how it overall works. Which means higher trophies, more trophies for the clan. The clan is higher up in the rankings, which means more promotion for the clan, more promotion for the name. And this is where the stay deal is then based on when it comes down to the price. It's based on your ranking typically. On this one, I have a couple of examples here. Big shout out to Snezzy, to Tony, who has posted that and everything. So, yep, that's kind of like what is common, I guess. As well, there's some differences, but overall around the same price. And then there's some special deals, and yes, I have one of those. And this is where they are not ranked based, which means I could finish wherever, kinda, and I still get paid. I'm as well, as far as I know, one of the highest paid stay deal players, which sounds super weird to say, to be honest, but that's at least what I know right now. Overall, I get for every single ID, and it does not matter where I finish, $280, which means a total of $840 for all 3 of my accounts. This is really solid, just for being in the clan and just doing my legend attacks. That's really good, because another thing which annoys me right now so much is that people are just hunting for my bases like crazy. It is insane. I just tried a couple of different builds last season, and it was just super annoying seeing the bases getting shared within hours. It was crazy. This is why I won't do any base building anymore. It's just too annoying. I was pretty successful in defending, but if the base is getting shared within hours and it's useless again after one day, nah, I won't do that. I won't do that, to be honest. I would like to say words to those people, but I won't do it because we want to not mess up the video. But yeah, so I would just keep pushing. I like attacking right now. I like the game currently to play the game. I would like to have the defensive side of things as well, but that's just not possible for me right now, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. But that's right now what I get for the stay deal. $840 for all of the IDs together. But again, here as well, because I'm currently doing a lot of legend videos, I would do ask for more next season again, because, well, I'm just promoting the clan name indirectly in my videos, because obviously you see the clan name in the videos, which then is like promoting it again, like giving more attention to the name, and that's how the entire system works. But again, if you want to, I will do a second video about this and give you an updated number then, if anything there changes. Obviously, they still have to agree on this, and yeah, that's how it works. Next one is the end of season deal. The end of season deal is a little bit different, because obviously you have to be in the clan only for a couple of hours. And that is, oh surprise, at the end of the season. But this one, again, this was my price list. It is most likely higher than what you can expect. I don't have any price lists from for let's call it regular players. I know this sounds arrogant, but I don't know how other to phrase it in other words, but again, if anyone has numbers from the last season or for this season as well already, you can share it in the comments already if you want to. But that's kind of how it works there with the end of season, that you have to be in the clan for the last couple of hours and during the end of season. The reason here is that a screenshot is taken of the final ranking and then it's getting put into the game. And whenever you're going through that ranking, you see obviously the player names, but you see the clan names right next to it, which means if you're higher up, it's more likely that you see the clan name as well. If you're further down below in the ranking, it's less relevant for the clans, and that's why you're getting paid less. So that's how this entire thing works. And then there's one final more thing, which is really uncommon and obviously not for everyone, is quite exclusive, I want to say, because it's mostly for those type of players with a really, really big name. And this is what I'm talking about. It is actually the name change. If I'm going through the list right now here, you can see for most of the players, you see the name Zoltan in there as well, which means they were paid to change the name from themselves to include that name somewhere. And for that, obviously, they're getting paid. The payment is, again, monthly based, which means like based on every single season. And I was offered this as well. So far, I said no, because for me, my name obviously is a brand as well. But I'm considering it. And I mean, what do you think? Would you do it in my position? Would you say, yep, I would take the money? I have to be honest, no clue what exactly this could look like. Maybe like $100 just changing the name on one account, like on one ID or something. I don't know. I would not do it for that one. I would for sure ask for way higher, because as I said, for me, it's like a big brand thing and everything. So I would probably ask for like something between 500 to 1,000, like something crazy like that, because really it's a big difference there being a content creator and getting like every single day 50,000+ views or something. Obviously German and English channel combined. Okay, don't go crazy here. But yeah, I'm not really sure there exactly what I want to do. Let me know how you see that. Let me know what you overall think about this entire like structure of this entire concept with getting paid in Clash of Clans for such things. Do you think that's okay? Do you think that's nice that some players can make a lot of bonus money, or do you think that's not good for the game? I would like to hear your opinion on that. And as I said, let me know if you would like to see an updated version for the next season or in general for the future, if some numbers might have changed and if I have agreed to better or worse numbers, whatever direction it goes. Either way, I want to as well give a huge shout out to two parties, to two players, to two persons, or actually three, which is first off Carrie. I have done many deals with her in the past, and she always was really nice about things, of like giving me advice and everything. And the second one is Golo and Zoltan himself, who I've texted with a lot, and they have allowed me to share all of those numbers completely publicly, which is not really common and everything. So huge shout out goes to them as well. And now a final advice from me as well, if you are looking for such deals. First one, there's a lot of scammers in this entire dark space of Legends. I don't know how to call it in other words, but there's a lot of scammers. So if you're doing such deals, always have a certain amount of the payment in advance. For Zoltan, I'm getting paid the entire amount of money always in advance, which means I have no risk whatsoever pretty much. If you're doing such things and the other party is not doing everything in advance, do it at least half the amount or something like that. Don't do it everything at the end. It's really likely that you're getting scammed there. Not 100%, but it's possible. If you're looking for deals on your own, if you're like, hey, I'm really high on Legends, but I have no clue how to get such deals, one thing you can do is just request to one of those top clans and see and ask, and like, hey, I would like to have one of those deals. I'm really high up on Legends. My last finishes are like rank 50, rank 100 global or something. And with that, you can then as well ask for such deals and maybe make some money with that. A really big heads up though. If you are considering such a thing, be aware that you have to stay in the clan most of the time. Those clans though are not really like regular clans. You don't have like an interaction non-stop with like, oh hey, how are you doing? I don't like small talk or whatever. Like you don't really feel like a clan chemistry or like being in a family or something. It is at the end of the day a group of players who are getting paid to be in that clan. For me, it's not that big of a deal. I'm logging into the game, doing my attacks, recording my content, and logging off. This is the same thing for a lot of pro players. They're logging into the game, especially on their second or third account, doing the legend attacks, logging off. Doing the tournaments on their main account, but never interacting with the clan. Be aware of that if you're looking for a normal clan. This is not your type of thing. Just a heads up that you're not playing with wrong expectations. And, well, I hopefully was able to say everything. I hope that you're considering my warning when it comes down to possibly being scammed. Never ever share your password or any data or ID or whatever about your account. Never ever do that. If anyone asks for that, run and never answer that person again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I try to answer most of them. And as always, see you back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.